Hello everyone, welcome to Yuge Office Japan Visa TV. If you are planning to live in Japan long-term, one of the biggest questions is whether you should apply for permanent residency or go all the way and become a Japanese citizen through naturalization. In this video, I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of the differences between Japan, permanent residency, and Japanese citizenship, which also called naturalization, so you can understand the requirements, the rights, and the benefits of each. Let's start with eligibility. To apply for both permanent residency and naturalization, you must have a residence card that is valid for 3 or 5 years. If your residence card is valid for less than 3 years, you are not yet eligible to apply. But about the residency period, I mean the number of years you need to live in Japan continuously before you can apply. The requirements are different for permanent residency and naturalization. For PR, if you are on a work visa, you generally need to have lived in Japan continuously for at least 10 years, with at least 5 of those years being employed. If you are married to a Japanese national or to a permanent resident, the marriage must have lasted at least 3 years, and you must have lived in Japan for at least 1 year continuously. For biological children, 1 year of continuous residency is enough. But for naturalization, if you hold a work visa, you generally need to have lived in Japan for at least 5 years, with at least 3 of those years being employed. Now let's talk about the financial requirements. For both permanent residency and naturalization, you need to show that you're financially stable. That means being able to support yourself and your family too, if you have dependents. On top of that, taxes and pension contributions are really important. In both cases, you shouldn't have any late payments, and you need to have been paying properly for at least the last 2 to 3 years. But what about language ability? Well, this is where we see a big difference. For permanent residency, there's no official requirement for Japanese fluency, and your language skills aren't formally tested. But for naturalization, it's a different story. You need to be able to communicate in Japanese without any major issues. That means being able to speak, read, and write Japanese. And yes, that includes kanji as well. There are also some differences in the application process. For permanent residency, things are a bit simpler. You don't have to take an interview, and there's no test involved. But for naturalization, it's more formal. You'll need to attend an interview with an immigration officer, and during that process, you'll also be given a language test. Nationality is another big difference. If you get permanent residency, you still remain a foreign citizen. You can keep your original nationality and still live in Japan long term. But with naturalization, it's different. In principle, you have to give up your original nationality, since Japan doesn't recognize dual citizenship. So let's wrap it up. Permanent residency is generally easier to get. It lets you keep your original nationality and gives you a stable legal status here in Japan. Japanese citizenship, on the other hand, is a bigger step. It comes with more requirements. Extra paperwork, an interview, proven language skills, and giving up your original nationality. But in return, you gain the full rights of a Japanese citizen, the right to vote, your name on a Japanese family register, no restrictions on work, easier access to loans, and of course, the benefit of holding a powerful Japanese passport. Choosing between permanent residency and citizenship really depends on your long-term goals. If what you're looking for is stability while keeping your original nationality, then permanent residency may be all you need. But if you want to fully integrate into Japanese society, take part in elections, and carry a Japanese passport, then citizenship is the path for you. If this video helped you understand the difference between permanent residency and naturalization, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe for more updates about visas, immigration, and life in Japan, and share it with anyone who might be planning their future here. And if you need professional help with the paperwork, remember, Yugi Office can guide you step by step through the process. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.